learned a lot so far, and now we're starting to learn how to win. But I'll tell you right now, that was a damn good, hard-fought victory in the division. Leaders, you did a great job last week of leading and getting everybody right on the same page here, and we earned this one. All right, we earned this one. You deserve it. All right, I learned a long time ago, players win games. Okay? Players win games, and that's what I saw on the field today. All right, congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah, you got a lot of wins, but it's your first one.
Yes, sir. I appreciate and love every single one of you guys, man. It's so much fun to come to work and try to lead this group, and we're going to get better and better and better. You keep your head down and you keep grinding, okay?
Yes, sir.
I've heard this one before. Give me win on 3.
I guess it didn't end, but I'll give you a win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Raiders just won, baby. What's up? It's your guy, Mikey Raider, coming to you on StreamYard for a little simple post-game reaction review video. Hopefully my computer holds up. Things seem to be freezing, but I'm testing out new technology, and I'm trying some different things to get you guys some content. What's up? We got a few people online that I'd like to acknowledge. We got All Eyes on G, Raiderzilla, Unknown Raider, Robert Pena, Alex S., Hey Angel, and Trash Metal. Thank you guys for chiming in. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on yesterday's victory and today's post-game review. I'm going to let you guys know my simple thoughts. Please hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. I'm going to be brutally honest with my review. No holds barred, just like Friday night's Raider football talk show. I hope you guys are into it, enjoy it. Let me know if the stream is doing lagging or bumps for you guys as well, because it is for me. I hope not, but let me know the problems that I might incur using this technology before I actually pay them for StreamYard for a monthly service. All right, y'all. I just want to remind everybody, Super Chat is available. If you feel like asking me a question or donating or supporting during the show, I'd appreciate it. Also, I got Venmos and PayPals. If you want to support that way, please follow me on Twitter. It's at Mikey Raider. And please share this stream with anybody to help me gain followers or get back in the Raider community again, if you will, because I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. All right, let's get right into it. Let me give you see how I can do all this. Let me give you my simple thoughts of the game. Then we'll go into the stats and we'll review it and we'll read some comments below as we go along. Thank you, Tattoos Bashi, for saying it sounds good. I can't see and understand everything on my end. All right, my simple thoughts is this game was a damn must win. I don't care what you say, being 0-3, it's a must win. In this division, this day and age, I mean, we had a 5% chance of making the playoffs after being 0-3, according to the experts. Also, no team last year that started 0-3 made the playoffs. And even as a stat I saw during the game, even a team that is 1-3 has a 9% chance of making the playoffs. So we technically got a 9% chance of making the playoffs now. But again, I'm going to say at this point, playoffs should be our goal. But our mindset is game by game by game and looking forward to the Kansas City Chiefs, who had a big victory last night versus another team. But let's get started. This game was a must-win. Derek Carr needed to have a big game, and he did. And we're going to look at the stats. I don't think stat-wise he had a big game. But I'm going to explain why Derek Carr was possibly a co-MVP in this game, along with, we all know, Josh Jacobs. And let's be honest, the trade rumors were swirling. I presented a video on Friday night. It's going to get a lot of hate now. But, you know, that if we lost a lot of games, Josh Jacobs might be traded. I spoke about that, and I still think he might be traded, depending on how many more games we lose. But last night proved that Josh McDaniels not giving Josh Jacobs his 5th-year contract, last night proved that he's the best running back on the team. He proved a lot to Josh McDaniels, Josh Jacobs proved a lot to Josh McDaniels, who had a lot of doubt. And in the post-game press conference today, he also said, yeah, he didn't turn the ball over. So going into the season, that was one of the reasons Josh McDaniels did not sign Josh Jacobs to a 5th-year option, because he was worried about fumbling, and he didn't know if he was really the guy and all that other stuff. So that's what happened there. And we'll get right back to that Josh Jacobs message, but my dude, I love him. 818 Raider, always supporting me, sending money my way. I just have to show him on screen and represent. What was with that onside kick? Also, Carr using his legs gave me 2016 flashbacks. Josh Jacobs MVP. 818 Raider, I love you. And the onside kick, we're going to talk about in a couple seconds, I promise you. Josh McDaniels' play calling stuff. Did it get better? Did it get worse? And then Carr using his legs, I'm going to explain that in a minute. Again, thank you so much. Okay, so back to Josh Jacobs. He proved something to Josh McDaniels. He did. But I still think Josh McDaniels, going into the season, was going to run him into the ground, knowing that he's probably not going to be on the team next year, or they're not going to offer him a contract. So, knowing that, Josh Jacobs, sorry, my words are jumbled. My brain is going a million miles a minute. Josh Jacobs proved something to Josh McDaniels. And now, if Josh McDaniels were to think about trading Josh Jacobs, if we lose more games or whatever, even before that, if he did, Raider Nation would be livid. So Josh Jacobs saved himself from being traded, I believe. But here's the situation with that, and we'll just close it out with this. He's going to get a contract next year. Will it be from the Raiders? Will we have enough money? Will he want to come back to the Raiders? Will he feel disrespected? Will he use this season, which I think he is a borderline MVP candidate for the Raiders for this season? Will he use this to get paid with another team? I think that's exactly what's going to happen. The running backs don't get paid that much, and I don't know what's going to happen. And if he doesn't, become a Raider next year, if they offer him a contract, I hope people don't say he's not a real Raider. He's not a real Raider. He should have took a team-friendly deal. They could have signed his 5th-year option. They could have signed it. But I don't know how this works with rookies in the first round. Can he become where every year they put him as the favorite? See, my brain is being jumbled. Where they force him to play on the team, where he gets the highest contract from every running back has. What is that called? Not the waiver wire. My God, my brain is going nuts today. The franchise tag. My goodness. I don't know if they can franchise tag Josh Jacobs next year. And if they do, he'll get $6, $7, $8 million, whatever the top running back is getting. So they made a bad mistake by not signing him to his 5th-year option. If they do possibly want to franchise tag him, can they give him a contract right now? Can they give him an extension? I don't know, because they didn't sign it. So I don't think he can negotiate an extension or even sign a contract right now while he's playing, because they declined his 5th year. But they could franchise tag him, maybe. I don't know the true rules, but that'd be interesting to see. So that's a storyline that's going to be on the horizon, is about Josh Jacobs, because he still 80% of the time is the best running back on our team and probably one of the best in the AFC West, if they give him the ball and he wants to fucking play. He proved it. He wanted to play in this game. And to end this note, in today's press conference with Josh McDaniels, he said one of the things that he loves is not that he didn't fumble, but was that Josh Jacobs never does this. Never takes himself out of a game. I thought that was a beautiful statement of accrediting Josh Jacobs for manning up and coming with the Josh Jacobs power juice in this game. Fantastic game by Josh Jacobs. And again, as we spoke about on Friday night, it seems like every game plan up to this point was they're trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work with offensive linemen, with no other players like that. And they proved it in this game. I mean, we got Dylan Parham and Andre James back at center. Dylan Parham went to right guard, and then Thayer Mumford played the right tackle. And so he's looking like the starter. Justin Heron, the guy we picked up on free agency, came back into the game on a couple of occasions. So they mixed and matched a little bit. But it looks like Josh McDaniels. It looks like Josh McDaniels might have a vision of the Raiders' perfect offensive line, barring injuries to any other players from last night's game against a vaunted Denver defense. It was a fantastic game for the offensive line, for the Raiders kind of finding their mojo. It was a really good game. The Denver Broncos are good. But the Raiders, on this occasion, they beat the Tide. The Raiders were the ones that could really just ride. Just ride. Let me turn down this music just a little bit. Kind of annoying the hell out of me. They got their own little background music. Now, speaking of Derek Carr. Derek Carr, man. Let's look at his stats real quick while we put him up on screen. Let's look at Derek Carr's stats. 21 for 34. Only 188 yards. For an average of dinking and dunking. The first two quarters, that's what it looked like the Raiders were doing. Dinking and dunking. And they finally took some shots later. He had no touchdowns. No interceptions. Let me take off my simple thoughts thing. He had no touchdowns, no interceptions. He got sacked twice for 15 yards. He had a really bad quarterback rating, and he's had a pretty bad quarterback rating most of the season. I mean, under his averages. Okay, so the numbers don't speak volume of what Derek Carr did in this game. They do not speak volume of what Derek Carr did in this game. The reason being, Derek Carr was poised in this game. There was a lot of adversity at times. Clock management, play calling, routes not being open, double teaming Devontae, getting stuffed in the backfield. Whatever the case was, Derek Carr zoned in. And I don't care about the 188-yard stats or whatever, or no touchdowns. I don't care. This was a great game by Derek Carr. He saw the whole field. He saw the game for what it was. He was able to adjust, change the plays, realize Jacobs can get some 2 or 3 yards, and then Jacobs would do a spin move, and get 15 or 20. But Derek Carr was on point, and he was trying to make everybody better. And he knew the plays that were coming in. Basically, he managed the game correctly. Didn't take unnecessary shots. He targeted Devontae when he needed to get them back in favor. He didn't target Darren Waller a lot, but they did get a few big catches to Darren Waller. He spread the ball around. He spread the ball around. So they took all the game plans from the previous 3 weeks of targeting Devontae in week 1, then going after Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow in week 2, then Mac Hollins only in week 3, and a little bit of Darren Waller where he dropped the ball. They took, like I said on my Friday Raider football talk show, y'all need to watch that. But they took like 10 plays from each game and put it all together for the team, for Derek Carr to get 188 yards, where they understood the right plays against the Denver defense, and they found 5 or 6 plays per player that'll work in each situation. But then this week, they added the run game. This was the week they were averaging like 75 yards a game with Josh Jacobs in previous games, and he was averaging like 4.6 yards a carry. So this week was the run game. So we're learning that the pass game is starting to work. We're finding the correct place. And now this week we had a big run game against a very, very good Denver defense. After 4 weeks. That is a good sign going into Kansas City. We kind of got a game plan to adjust for every situation now. Especially in Josh McDaniels' early career. So Josh McDaniels is learning the team, the offense, and the players are learning his crazy big scheme. And Devontae Adams said Josh McDaniels' scheme, it's like learning triple math algebra or something like that. It's like learning Morse code. That it's very difficult. And we've seen that after 3 weeks. But we finally got a groove this week. So we can build upon that. I'm not saying that we're going to win every game now, but this was a great sign for the Raiders moving forward. All right, let's look at the stats a little bit more closely. Oh, yeah, let me talk about Josh McDaniels' play calling for my boy that supported me, hooked me up. 818 Raider, love you, brother. Yeah, every week Josh McDaniels does a razzle-dazzle play. You know, early on into the second quarter, I think we had a 3-point lead. I think it was like 10-3 or 10-7. And then Josh McDaniels comes out with a fake punt or a fake kickoff or whatever they call it, onside kick. That was not the right time. I know Josh McDaniels has to do this shit, somebody said, for his ego. He always, every week, wants to be like the New Orleans Saints, remember in the Super Bowl after halftime where they did an onside kick? Like, Josh McDaniels puts in razzle-dazzle plays where Devontae Adams runs around the back, Derek Carr becomes the lead blocker. What Josh McDaniels doing is he's cooking. Not like Russell Wilson. Josh McDaniels is cooking. He's taking ingredients. Yeah, let me try this ingredient. Let me try that ingredient. That's okay. You're not always going to have a masterpiece of a dish like my toilet tacos. You're not going to always have a masterpiece of a Raider recipe when you throw in trick plays like ingredients and just try them out. It didn't work. Thank goodness we got the win. Because if we didn't, Raider Nation and everybody would be talking on Twitter about that bullshit. That was the wrong time to do it. You don't do it when you got a lead. You don't do it when you got a lead. When maybe you're down by like 7, you're really worried about their team, or you're down by 3, maybe in the third quarter, the middle of the third quarter, or the beginning of the fourth or whatever, because you're worried that we need to get points. We need to get another possession. You don't do it there. If it worked, none of us would be talking. Wow, what a brilliant Josh McDaniels move. What a brilliant Josh McDaniels move. But it didn't. Thank goodness we got the victory. Or else the media and everybody be going crazy. He's already under fire right now for play calling and bullshit. Could you imagine that? Because here's what happened. We gave the Broncos the ball on the short field. They took it down and scored within a minute. That's how bad it hurt us. That's how bad it hurt us. We dodged a bullet, Raider Nation. Or Josh McDaniels dodged a bullet. But yeah, I'm tired of these razzle-dazzles. It's all right, man, that you're throwing in ingredients. You're trying to find out what works here and there. But he has to do at least one or two of them a game for his ego or whatever. He so wants to be a brilliant coach. He's living under the Bill Belichick expectations. Poor guy. Poor guy's got a lot of shit to deal with. Just be a coach. Win or lose, just be a fucking coach. Be the same way. Don't try all this ridiculous bullshit, man, especially when you're under fire. And I did notice early on it was dink and dunk, the play calling for Derek Carr, and we weren't very aggressive. We weren't. Then when we got the lead, the Raiders, they said in the press conferences they stayed aggressive and they had to put their foot on the gas. They really didn't. There was somewhere around maybe the end of the third quarter where we had like a 10-point lead or 9-point lead or something like that, where you could see Derek Carr and the offense slowing everything down, trying to waste the clock. It might have been early in the fourth. Forgive me, I'd have to watch it again. But there was a point where I was like, what are they doing? I know you guys are up by like 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever it was in the fourth quarter or whenever. I'm like, but just play your fucking game. Stop doing that shit. Stop slowing down. Come on, Derek Carr, throw a pass to Devontae deep. Throw a pass to Darren Waller deep. So they did about 2 series where it was like 3 and out when they had the lead. Then finally, thank goodness, they threw a big pass to Darren Waller, Devontae Adams, and then Josh Jacobs started getting some runs again, and it worked out in our favor. But there was a point in the game where Denver was only down by 2. And Carlson, do not miss any more extra points, Daniel Carlson. You're the best kicker in the league. Don't miss anymore. Don't miss anymore. And then that Mac Hollins, A.J. Cole punt where he caught it on the 1-yard line, jumping in, throwing the ball back. Then the Raiders got it like on the 1-yard line. Mac Hollins, MVP as well. Mac Hollins, everything he's doing, MVP. That was a great signing, Mac Hollins, man. All right, let's look at some stats, y'all. Let's look at some stats. Okay. So we spoke about Derek Carr just a second ago. There's Josh Jacobs, 28 carries. I think he's averaging like 16 or 17 this season. I think when you go over 20 carries with Josh Jacobs, he'll always have a good game. He's that good of a running back. He had 144. I think he had a total yardage of 175, which is a career high. I think this is his second best game. He had an average of 5.1 yard average, 2 touchdowns, and a long run of 43. Then Derek Carr with his legs, as I was speaking about earlier, when he saw the game, when Derek Carr needed to make some of those plays with his legs, he did. That's what I meant by Derek Carr was like a borderline MVP. He saw the game. He managed the game. He knew when it was a big play. He knew how to calm the team down. He ran out of the pocket, saw an opening. He didn't try to force it. He didn't try to throw an interception. He's like, you know what? Let me get some things with my legs. Then there was a one run with Derek Carr where he was running. They were about to tackle him. And then Derek Carr said, I don't care if I get tackled. And he actually made an athletic move. Not only running into it or sliding, which he slid on the second one, but on one of them, he literally ran and made a damn athletic move and got more yardage. If Derek Carr could be in the zone like that, I'm not talking passing and all that. I'm talking with behind the line of scrimmage and that side of the field. If Derek Carr can believe he can run with a little bit of athletic ability, it'll open up everything. As they said in the press conferences, all the weapons were being double covered and all that. So Derek Carr has to become a weapon. Josh McDaniels, now seeing what he saw from Derek Carr, should, on occasion, on the right times and opportunities, put tight ends, fullbacks and have Derek Carr running an outlet where he can pass the ball or get 3 or 4 yards. Don't do it all the time. Derek Carr is not built for that. But knowing that Derek Carr on occasion can make a couple of moves, you can scheme a game plan to get Derek Carr, a little bit running around the backfield. Not always, under scrimmage. So, but temper your expectations on that. But Derek Carr now knows he can do it if he needs to. I know he's had other big runs before, but it was something different about this game because Derek Carr normally does runs like that completely on the sidelines, like toward out of bounds or whatever. Derek Carr kind of did it in the middle of the field, like between the hashes where he did a big run. And like he wasn't afraid to get hit. He made an athletic move and he got it done. I applaud Derek Carr's brain for this game. I'm sorry, guys. I know I just want to give him some love, dude, because it was a great game for his brain. He was in the zone. Zamir White, 2 carries for 24 yards. He got in the game. He had a big 20-yard carry like in the third or fourth quarter. Remember that? Then Devontae Adams on one of those razzle-dazzle shits. We had a total of 212 yards for an average of 5.6. All right. Yeah, you're right, bro. I'm living out here dangerously. What's up, Critique? What's up, MG? Any given Sunday, fellas? Hey, Guy, I'm sorry, but the Chiefs are playing way better football. Yeah, of course they are. We're going to get into a little preview in a little bit. But, yeah, the Chiefs are still scoring and fast and aggressive. Yeah, we probably can't keep up. What's up, Hefe KC? How you doing, brother? We need an elite game plan just to complete with the O-line. It's true. I disagree. Not smart. Create plays for your nons. I disagree. Hey, Dark Atheist, I love you, brother. But I don't mean every play. I just mean on certain situations where they don't think Derek Carr would make a little move, like out of the backfield. Not to completely run Derek Carr. I meant like an option play where he can literally run a little bit on the sides. You do it because they're not expecting it. Not all the time, but if Josh McDaniels likes to do those type of, razzle-dazzle bullshit plays, you might as well put 1 or 2 in for Derek Carr. If he likes to do it, you might as well put 1 or 2 in for Derek Carr on like 3rd down or 4th down where they know, Derek Carr ain't going to run the ball or be on an option. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. I know you understand what I'm saying. Love you, Dark Atheist. Good to see you on here. All silver and black. What's up, Cool Kev? All silver and black. Josh McDaniels is the only one that needs to prove on the team he can win. Good point. Yeah, Dark Atheist, I was talking options, not like a run play, like a straight, let's run Derek Carr up the middle. No. I meant like where you run it out and he can fake an option and maybe run, toward the sidelines for 4 or 5 yards or, whatever. We know Derek Carr's not really a running quarterback. I'm not trying to make him in one. I just meant with some fucking trick plays. He has the confidence now. Let's look at Devontae Adams. 9 receptions, went over 100 yards for an average of 11.2. He had a long of 20. He had 13 targets, pretty close to the 17 he had in week 1. Mac Hollins had 5 targets, 3 receptions, 33 yards for an average of 11. Jacobs, this is what I'm talking about, out of the backfield, spreading the ball around. Jacobs, 5 receptions, 6 targets, 31 yards. Darren Waller, 5 targets, 3 for 24. Darren Waller and Derek Carr's chemistry, it's not really there. Maybe it's because Darren Waller was hurt with a hamstring or he didn't have his contract. Something's going on there. Derek Carr possibly called out Darren Waller in week 2 for not being, working on training camp or on practice as much as I don't know what's going on. But I'm going to be honest with you. And Devontae Adams in post-game press conferences, I don't see a lot of smiles from Darren Waller. I don't see a lot of smiles from Devontae Adams. I don't see a lot of Derek Carr smiles. I don't see Devontae and Derek walking into the games together. I don't see no footage of them outside playing golf together or with Darren Waller like they did in previous seasons. I'm not saying, or I'm trying not to speculate that there's any friction or there was a fight or something's going on. Maybe it's just a little friend fight where they all get mad at each other for a couple of weeks. I don't know, but it's just something's off. Maybe not really with Devontae and Derek, but with Darren Waller on the field, the chemistry, I don't know. Something's going on. But hey, a win makes everything better. So let's just move on from that. Brandon Bolden got in the game from -1 yard. Amik Robinson got that touchdown on defense. That was beautiful to see. And Amik Robinson, I guess somebody on Denver called him short, made fun of him, and then he picked up the ball, ran it for a touchdown. Then I think he ran toward the sidelines to that player, Jerry Jeudy, or somebody that called him out from Denver, saying he was short and they were going to exploit him. He got the last laugh, man. That's what I heard. Something like that happened on Twitter. Divine Diablo, total 8 tackles. Oh, wasn't it good to see our defense balling out? Seriously, our defense somewhere in the game had that big dick energy. I don't know where it came from. Our defense had that big dick energy, and I freaking loved every minute of it. I called it the big D energy. Man, that touchdown livened everybody up. When you're winning and you're making plays like that, you're turning the ball over, you're getting not a pick six, but a fumble recovery touchdown. Man, that's big D energy. That can only progress us moving forward, that we can hang in there. Russell Wilson had a good game. We can look at his stats in a minute, but all right, Perriman went out. He's on the concussion protocol. I don't really think it's as bad as they were saying because he was smiling and laughing and everything after the game. But with whatever happened to Tua, anybody that gets their head hit is going to be taken out of the game. They're immediately going to enter the protocol, for the NFL because they're all worried about what happened to Tua. So anybody that hits their head or whatever, man, spotters are going to be like, take them out, blah, 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 no matter what, for at least the next month or two. Perryman had 5 for 4. Tackles for loss 2. Abram, I didn't see him blitz a lot. Where was Chandler Jones again? Whatever. In the press conference today, they said, he still shows up in the game plan. Even though he doesn't have sacks or tackles, he's still one of the best players on the team. I don't know if that's coach speak for it's not happening. I guess he disrupts the backfield or whatever they're saying. Nate Hobbs had a great game. Nate Hobbs is a baller, dude. 3 for 3 with 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack. Max Crosby, not that I really called him out on Friday's show. I just said he looked a little flabby when I saw a picture of his chest and his boobs. He had a little bit of man boobs like I do. But Max Crosby, he puts energy on every play. And this week, again, the man, dude, best player on our defensive line and on our team. This guy is a Raider. He got a tattoo. He got a contract. I love everything he's doing. I do believe there's times where he's tired AF and cannot get to the quarterback as best as possible because he's in there 95% of the time, like I showed on Friday's show. I wish we had other players that could spell him a little bit so he could have a little bit more energy toward the end of the game, but he's still proven that he's got it. And all I can say is I love you, Max Crosby. Kudos, brother. 4 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. And then everybody else kind of got involved. Nate Hobbs had a quarterback hit, a pass deflection. Long story short, we had 3 sacks. What an amazing game for the Raiders. What an amazing game for the Raiders. Let's quickly look at the Denver Donkeys stat line. Russell Wilson had a comeback game for him because he hasn't been playing so good. And I hate to see that, but we got the last laugh. We're the ones that let's ride. 237, average of 9. He averaged more than Derek Carr. 2 touchdowns. He got sacked 3 times. A worse quarterback rating than Derek Carr. Look, but his overall rating was 124. Now look at Derek Carr. 61 for an overall of 76. I don't understand his rating bullshit. Russell Wilson ran the ball, got a touchdown running. Javonte Williams might have got injured during the game, but our defensive line, when they play correctly, they can stop the run. They can stop the run. We've done it this season against Austin Eckler. Who else? Not Derrick Henry, but James Conner. And then now this week, Javonte and Melvin Gordon. I know Derrick Henry's another type of beast. Derrick Henry's another type of beast. But look, Javonte Williams, 2.8 average, 28 yards. Mike Boone, I think like a rookie or a young player, 20 yards. Melvin Gordon got benched after the fumble. Average of 3 for 8, 2.7. The biggest catches were by KJ Hamler, first catch of the season. So that was a big one, though. Jerry Jeudy, Amik Robinson, or whoever played him, Nate Hobbs as well, they got the best of him. But he had a decent stat line because he still got a touchdown. Cortland Sutton had some big plays as well, got a touchdown, I believe. Yeah, 5 for 52. But for the most part, Raiders did what they needed to do on the defensive line and in the backfield. They manned up, man. They played bend, don't break, and we didn't break. And I don't care. Patrick Surtain, though, you guys, even though Devontae got some good plays in, man, y'all got to give this motherfucker credit. Being a second-year player, a rookie last year, 8 tackles, 6. Dude, he holds his own. He's a damn good cornerback, y'all. He is a damn good cornerback, dude. All right, so let's get that off screen. We don't need to talk about that no more. Let's quickly remind everybody, please hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. Let me know. Let me get some donations if you feel inclined. I'm struggling out here. I ain't going to lie. Trying to figure out a way to make a living. I have no real job. You know, you guys can make fun of me. Get a real job, whatever. That's not my life. Get over it. This is what I do. I stay at home. I entertain. I do whatever I can for a couple of bucks. I love you. Oh, God, I love you guys regardless. All right, let's get into the MVP. We all know who that will be. We all know that the MVP is Josh Jacobs with his power juice. We all know it's Josh Jacobs with his power juice. And we talked a lot about Josh Jacobs earlier. Nothing else needs to be said. In his post-game press conference, he was really excited. He was really, really damn excited. And let's quickly watch his excitement. I'm going to try to get that up on screen if I can. I think you guys all need to see this. So let me find that video of his excitement because I want to share it with everybody. I just thought it was beautiful to see. My goodness, where is it? I guess I wasn't that prepared. There it is. All right. Let me get that on screen somehow. Let me see if I can add this. Sorry, guys. I wasn't really set up for everything correctly. And it's like my second time doing this stuff.
A career high for you, Josh. How's it feel getting your first win with the Raiders this season?
Man, the wins, man. You cherish these moments, especially coming off of 3 losses, all the work that we put in this week.
Watch his excitement.
When you get rewarded with a win.
His smile, too. It's infectious.
You always talk about being the closer. You were the starter and the finisher today. How'd that feel?
Man, it felt good. I mean, I know when we had came to the end of the game, I knew we had another possession where we would need, you know what I'm saying, to get a first down and do whatever we do. And I just went over there and talked to the guys. I'm like, this is what we do. I mean, we asked for this. You know, the last few weeks we've been in the same position and it didn't go how we wanted it to.
I don't know why I want to respond to this, but for a guy that's broke, his Wi-Fi is better than most content creators. I'm not broke, bro. I mean, I am broke, but I just got enough to survive, man. You know, I need to go out and do some work. I need to handle my business, but I'm blessed paying my bills, pay my Wi-Fi. I think I pay like $80 a month, but I'm very blessed. So I don't know if you're giving me a dig, but you know, I don't make a lot of money. Like, truthfully, I live under $2,000 a month, and it's tough when you don't really work. Thank you, brother. All right, let's move on.
So man, it felt good to come together as a unit and accomplish the goal that we set out to do.
Has it been easy to stay positive knowing
He's
that
so
you
happy
win
here.
every
Watch
game?
this.
Or
Yeah,
result,
man,
is it still
it's frustrating because you know that like this league, man. I mean, the guys on every team, there's elite guys. I mean, it's the pinnacle, and to feel how close you be each game, it could be 3 or 4 plays that make the game. So just to see that like we that close to winning some of the other games, it's kind of frustrating. But when you come together, like, okay, what do we do on our end to change that? What do we do on little details, whether it's me chipping somebody or whatever, like execute our assignment. So we can't.
I love what he says, guys.
A couple days ago.
You said what?
Guys in front of you today.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I believe in them guys every week. If you ask me.
Look at him smile.
I mean, I tell them all the time, like, if you mess up or whatever, I'm gonna make you right.
I'm gonna make you right. Look at him. I love it.
Man, I have the utmost confidence in them, and man, I think it's only going to go up from here. So it's been pretty good.
I know a couple days ago you were talking about how you felt like you really prepared your body better than ever to take the rigors of this season. But what about in the moments just after a game like this where you had the workload like you did? How are you feeling physically?
Man, it's crazy because I just
look at him smile. He's happy.
You go in that shower, you don't got no burns. It ain't burning there. You ain't got no cuts in there. And it's a good day, so I feel pretty good, man. I feel like I went out there and did what I needed to do.
You proved to Josh McDaniels you're the best.
I didn't get banged up too much, so I feel good coming into the next week.
So it's probably in better shape than that undershirt. It's not they were ripping at that all day.
That's like the third shirt I done went through this year, so you might have to see something about that.
What is it like when you're in the zone? And what I mean by that is when you start running, you're breaking tackles, and all of a sudden it's
Listen
like
to what
they
it says
can't
here.
stop you.
Man, you know what's crazy is
he's so happy.
when I get in, like, when I know when I'm in the zone because everything slows down.
Mm-hmm.
Everything slows down.
Like I'm running slow, but then I look at.
It's like Bruce Lee. Everything slows down when I'm in the zone, and I be like water. I'm like water. Oh, I love it. He deserves this, man. After everything he's been through, Josh McDaniels not believing in him. To have this game just shows everybody that don't you fucking try to trade me. Don't you ever try to disrespect me, because I am one of the league's best running backs in the league. Man.
Film and I'm like, okay, I did what I was supposed to do, but like a lot almost like I'm running slow. But then I look at film and I'm like, okay, I did what I was supposed to do, but like a lot of times I know when I'm in the zone because when a guy hit me, I don't even feel him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like there'd be times where I'm falling off tackle. I'm like, I didn't even know he was there. So that's kind of when I know that I'm in that mode.
You always have big games against the Broncos too. What is it about Denver?
Yeah.
You know, man.
Fuck Denver. That's what he's trying to say.
Rivals, man. They bring the best out of you.
Fuck Denver.
So that's what it tended to do for me.
Did you think you needed to be the difference today? I mean, 0-3, you had to get this win. I mean, did you come in here saying that you wanted to be the difference?
Man, nah, I never came in saying that. I just came in saying that, man, when I got the opportunity to really put my stamp on this game, I was going to let my presence be felt. So.
Look at his teeth, man. They're so damn white. Are they fake teeth? Have they been kicked out? I don't know. He's got like an overbite, but his teeth are so damn white. I guess athletes keep their teeth cleaned. So I'm not an athlete because my teeth are like becoming like English people, like British people. Little yellow.
That's what I try to do every week, week in and week out, regardless of how many touches I get, regardless if I'm the focal point of the game plan or not. I just try to come in and do my assignment.
Back to the rivalry. Did you notice how much orange was in the building?
Yeah, but the thing is this. I tell people this all the time.
Okay, so the reporter asked him, did you see how much orange was in the building? I was on a text chain in my fantasy football leagues. We have a couple of Bronco fans in that league, and they were texting me even like right in the beginning of that game. Look at all the sea of orange. Look at the orange crush in your stadium. Ha ha, there's no Raider fans there. I had to hear that bullshit. I had to hear that bullshit from them. I love his response. Check this out.
When you in an all-black stadium, any other color, it don't matter what color it is, it's gonna look like it pop out. You know what I'm saying? So,
bam.
I'm not too much worried about it. I know what our fans do.
So I guess that's where the videos on here stopped like 5 seconds early, like always. But he was saying nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. When you're in an all-black stadium, any color is gonna pop. And what was it, the damn Bengals game on Thursday night or whenever it was? They were handing out T-shirts that were white and black because they wore their white and black striped Bengals outfits. But everybody in the stadium was given a T-shirt or something or a jersey as well, or they were selling them pregame. But everybody had on one of those T-shirts to blend in. The Raider Stadium's all freaking black. One person wears the color orange, and you have an outside shot, it's gonna look like, oh, look, there's orange in the middle of all that black. So if you have 10 orange jerseys on there scattered about, your eye is only gonna go to the orange because black everywhere else is around. So you're gonna see 10 orange people, not Donald Trump, not Donald Trump. You're going to see 10 orange people, and you're going to think it's 50. It's 100. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Idiot Bronco fans think they one-up us in our own stadium. But let's be honest. Some Raider fans didn't go to see the Broncos. The Broncos aren't that great. The Raiders were 0-3, so a lot of Raider fans were missing. And how many Raider fans literally wore white? They almost always wear black and silver instead of the white jerseys. So relax, you damn donkeys, donkey fans, whatever your damn names are. All right, y'all. I want to do something kind of fun right here before we get into the Kansas City preview. And I'm going to take some of your comments in a minute. But the Raiders always have a video every week of when they arrive to the stadium. I'm going to do like Mikey Raider fashion. I'm going to be like a critique of fashion for our Raiders. I don't mean no disrespect. I'm just going to make fun of our Raider players and they arrive. Could you imagine how I would look arriving? I'll probably walk like Danny DeVito, like a freaking penguin. But it's kind of fun. Let's see their outfits from this video. All right, so apparently let's move the screen back a little further. These are the Raiders arriving. So I guess that's Darren Waller. Let me get my video a little bit bigger so I can see it. We got Darren Waller arriving in a reminiscent green shirt and like orange pants. That better be red. Do not wear orange playing the Broncos and arrive wearing orange. Darren Waller. Then he's got the silver and black backpack. I guess he's not like one of those divas, thank goodness, that has to rent out a suit or come in an airplane or in a jet or a damn hot air balloon when they arrive. But you're looking interesting. You're basically wearing shirt and pants. Your color coordination might be a little bit off. When I was a teenager and I was trying to get some pussy, I would literally color coordinate and iron my outfits and be like, damn, I look good. I look like a hip-hop rap star, a Big Pun, back in the days. But, like, I don't know. That's a basic outfit. Let's see if they show anybody else. All right. I don't know exactly who that is. Maybe that's Amik Robinson. I don't know exactly who everybody is. Forgive me. He's clean. He's wearing all the all black. He's got some like hidden silver writing. That's a nice little combination outfit with a little bit of white that brings out his eyes. All right, we got Max Crosby. He knows what's up. He knows the cameras are on him. He's always repping silver and black. He got a tattoo. He's bought all in. He's into the legacy. He is now a part of the Raiders organization. Max Crosby knows exactly what he's doing. Oh, you guys are saying that was Chandler Jones. Okay, if that was Chandler Jones before, sorry. Let me get the video back. Wait, let me get back to... All right, if that's Chandler Jones, the reason why I don't recognize him, because he ain't doing shit on the field. He ain't doing nothing. I don't see no camera time. I don't see no sacks. I don't see no dances. I don't see no interceptions. I don't see no press conferences because you ain't doing nothing. That's why I don't recognize you. Chandler, come on, get into the Raider groove, y'all. All right, let's watch Max Crosby again. He knows what's up. He bought in, wearing the Al Davis shirt, representing, because you know Al Davis hated Denver. I love it. Max Crosby, he's got a simple outfit too. But again, he got the chain. All Raider fans or Raider players, you got to have the chain. He's got the headphones. I hope they were approved by the NFL. I hope he don't get fined. Hope they're probably Bosch, because I think that's the company that has a contract with the NFL, and you have to only wear Bosch headphones. Blah, 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 blah. Or you get fined. But he's representing the classic legacy Al Davis shirt, probably close to the day of his death or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to think about that. But he's representing, and he's got on short shorts. I wear short shorts. I wear short shorts. Oh, we got the peacock. We got the peacock. This is the peacock. Wearing them bright colors. Real men wear pink. All right. I've worn pink back in my days. When people say, is that pink? It's salmon. It's salmon. Real men wear pink. But he's peacocking. But he can. You can peacock when you play good and you make big plays and you're balling out. So he is peacocking for the cameras. But again, the outfits are simple, maybe because they're in Vegas instead of traveling somewhere else. But I like the outfit. He's peacocking, showing his big, I don't know, is it called a fro or long locks? He's showing his fro, his long locks, he's wearing black. The black brings out the pink. You see, remember that statement about the orange in the stadium that we watched a couple minutes ago? Look at this picture. There's black and silver everywhere. More black. Where do your eyes go? They go on the salmon, on the pants, on the headband, the pink. That's where your eyes go. There was more Raider fans than hee-haw fans. But yeah, he's the peacock, and you deserve it, Mac Hollins. Basic outfit. And Derek Carr, look, he's showing off a little chest. Too bad he don't have the frohawk or the mohawk, whatever that thing was called. What is that called? With the mullet. But look, he's got a little bit of muscle definition. But he's done this. He's a 9-year vet. He's like, the cameras are on me. Anything I say or do will be looked or frowned upon, or Mikey Raider's going to critique me. So I have to look like I'm the boss when I walk in. I have to look prepared. Black and white, nothing else. No name brand showing. I don't want to get sued. I'm the boss. What's up? Yeah, let me look. Do I want one of those? No. And I believe that's Colton Miller. I don't know what just happened. Was that the last video? Sorry, I think my camera went back. So we got Colton Miller. I believe that's Colton Miller. All black. See, look at the black and the orange. You see what I'm saying? Look, black, orange. Your eyes go, huh? Ridiculous Bronco fans. Hey, wait a second. Why are they wearing orange? I know it's for safety reasons in the stadium, but not versus the Broncos. Put all security in like red or a different color, not Bronco orange. All right, I don't know who this is, but he's got a UGMFU representing the Raiders, always wearing Raiders. Is that Jonathan Abram? No, I don't think that is. Oh, yeah, a guy saying DC wears eyeliner. He does. I don't care what anybody says. Derek Carr wears eyeliner, especially on game day. Yes, he does. I don't care what anybody says. Derek Carr wears eyeliner to define his eyes, definitely. All right, representing. I don't know who that is, but whatever. Stay hydrated, though. I love it. All right, we got a lot of colors. That's why on my show, sometimes I wear a bunch of different colors. I mean, I love silver and black, and you always got to wear something with the Raiders. But you can add different colors to your shows or your videos. Look, they all got the nice headphones. Look, got a lot of style, a lot of color from these players. All right. What offensive lineman is that? What defensive lineman is that? They peacocking. How dare you wear orange versus the Broncos? How dare you do it? I love the fashion. But how dare you wear orange? Who is that? Is that a Hall of Fame jacket? Who just wrote that? M85. You're There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You know, it's game time. I'm sure. I wish coaches would dress like this. Like back in the days, like every game, fashion a suit and a tie or a nice polo. That's a nice suit. You looking good. You came for a victory. And there's Devontae. He got style, man. He got style. He got his own brand. I think he's got a tattoo of the DA-17 like box on his shoulder. And he's got a brand. And he probably does a lot of fashion and stuff like that. But he's representing faith in that outfit. He's got Jesus dying for his sins. I don't know what message he's showing, but he's showing something. With the whitewashed jeans. Cool haircut. He was ready for war. Then we got Josh Jacobs. And he has a D and a G. I know that's Dolce & Gabbana, but that means I'm going to have the game, the guru, the GOAT today. And he's wearing Nike sweatpants. And he came to work. He hydrated. He ready. Is that Foster Moreau? That might be Foster Moreau. Thought he was injured, but he's still showing up wearing all black. There we go. Now we got the ballers. That's Farrell, right? Cleveland Farrell, knowing his last year probably on the Raiders. And Jonathan Abram. Is that Jonathan Abram? Probably peacocking. But yeah, those are nice shoots. That's the way you want to show up for a big victory. It's a lot of work after the game to put it back on. You're going to have sweat and everything elsewhere. But they looking good. They looking good. They looking good, y'all. Oh, goodness. Whoops. How do I get these off? Sorry about that. Oh, my goodness. That was kind of fun to me. All right. Let me change my background. And we're going to do a little Kansas City preview. See if I can change my virtual background somehow. So we can do a preview. All in all, it was a great game for the Raiders. We appear to be back on track going into the Kansas City game, and I really like what I'm seeing. I really, really like what I'm seeing. Sorry, guys. It's taking a second. Hopefully it didn't log offline or whatever. Just doesn't want to seem to work. Am I still online, guys? Can you see me? Is there a virtual background? I don't see it from my end. Do I have a Kansas City Chief background? I don't know. Everything went off screen for me. Goodness gracious. Am I still even online? I hope so. Can't even see myself. You guys are saying yep, yep, yep. You guys are saying yep. I'm going to try one last time to see if I can stop the camera and see myself. All right. I guess I'm still here. I don't fucking know. Am I back, guys? Let me know if I'm back real quick, and then we'll do my Kansas City preview. If you guys can see me back on screen. Forgive me. I everything went off screen. I had to leave the studio and come back. Please let me know if I'm online in the chat room. I'm trying to look at the chat room at the same time. Okay. You're saying yes, that I'm back. All right. Let's look forward to the Kansas City game. And again, they are an offensive juggernaut. They throw the ball to everybody. And can our offense keep up with the Kansas City Chiefs? It can when we are gelling. But can our defense play bend, don't break versus the Kansas City Chiefs enough to keep their scoring in check? I don't know. We haven't played so good on defense. So we need this game going into a bye in week 7, I believe it is. The bye is coming at the correct time. But we're playing in Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes is a beast. And with only Max Crosby pretty much getting the sacks or in the backfield a lot, Patrick Mahomes is a running quarterback. He can and will exploit our defense like he always does. I really hope that Josh McDaniels will look into John Gruden's game plan when we beat the Chiefs a couple of times in previous years. And I hope Josh McDaniels will put in a game plan like that. We have to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. We have to control the time of possession. And we have to limit Patrick Mahomes' opportunities because he will break us. We have to stop Travis Kelce. I know all the other players can make plays, but they are not Travis Kelce. So look at Gruden's game plan, figure it out that will fit our game plan, and put that into effect. And we have to have high-powered offense as well when we need it. But if we can run like we did versus Denver If we can do it a second week in a row on multiple fronts, we can keep Kansas City's offense off the field. And we can control the time of a possession. Then we have to score almost every time we get into the red zone. We can't keep kicking field goals. We have to score, and we need a couple of turnovers. We need them to turn the ball over, whether it be an interception, a fumble recovery, or whatnot. We want and need a couple of turnovers where we can exploit it for points. Derek Carr struggles in Kansas City. Derek Carr struggles in the cold. I don't think it's going to be cold, but he struggles whenever he sees red. This has to be another perfect game plan in Derek Carr's head of ways to exploit the Kansas City defense and avoid Frank Clark. Our offensive line played much better versus the Broncos. They're going to have a tough time as well against Kansas City. But Kansas City is a little bit easier or not as good as the Broncos' defensive line, technically on paper. But they can get it done. All in all, the Raiders need a more perfect game than we had versus the Broncos. We need to score at least 30 points. And if we give up 25, 26, 28 to Kansas City, 4 touchdowns, who effing cares? We need to score over 30 points. And we need to control the time of possession. But there are many cases where games become a defensive battle with teams that you do not believe are good on defense. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, the Raiders defense is really bad. They give up over 25 points a game, blah, blah, blah. The Kansas City Chiefs, score over 35 points a game, it looks like, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. That the Kansas City Chiefs are going to blow the Raiders out of the water. The Kansas City Chiefs, I haven't looked at them. They're probably 7-point favorites already, maybe 6.5, 7.5. But I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I think this is going to be a sneaky defensive battle on both sides. I literally going to say both teams are going to score in total under 30 points. What? I'm just throwing that out there. You get it? Things that should be obvious are not always obvious. This might be a sneaky defensive battle under 30, 32 points total for both teams. Then it comes down to special teams. Again, they're getting probably their kicker back off of injury, and we got the best kicker in the league, Daniel Carlson. And if it's left up to special teams, the Raiders will win. I'm just throwing this out there. I think this is going to be an over or under 32 points game. Raiders are going to play well defensively off of the Denver Bronco game. I think they're going to figure out a way to stop Kelce as much as they can and limit Patrick Mahomes and some of the other players. It's my take. We might need to score. Nikhil, what's up, brother? We might need to score over 40. That's what it seems like. Yep. The Gaffer, Chandler Jones, this might be a fish to eat. This might be a Chandler Jones game where he breaks free, not Max Crosby, because they're going to roll everything to Chandler Jones' side away from Max Crosby. Man, that would be beautiful if this was a Chandler Jones game. What's up, John C? You guys are either new fans or high on cannabis. But come on, who agrees we're going to take a loss? I predicted a loss on my Friday show. Okay? But I'm hoping for a victory. And I'm going to put that out into the world, dude. Keep blitzing Hobbs. Good one. Kelsey is unguardable. He looked like he injured his groin a little bit. He still stayed in the game. But, maybe he's a little sore this week. And you double team him a little bit. And have all these fast little rookies try to beat us. But I predicted a loss. But after what I saw versus Denver, I have more hope. That the Raiders can actually come up with a game plan, keep the game simple, run the ball, and hopefully not have to score as much to beat Kansas City. Because we haven't seen our over 30-point offense where we can just throw the ball 50 yards. It's been a lot of underneath. A couple of big shots were thrown to Mac Hollins or Adams or Waller, but we're not always getting to them, at like 70% or 60% of the time. We're probably converting the long passes 35%, which is still good, but you at least want to be at 50% if you're going to do those long passes. Plus, Derek Carr's afraid of interceptions. Long story short, I think this is going to be a sneaky defensive game under like 30 over-under of all teams, 32 points. So I'm just going to, even though I predict a loss, I still think we're leaning 70% toward losing. I'm going to throw this out there, y'all. Raiders win. $17-16. Is that under 32? That's what I predict. I'm sticking with it. You guys let me know your truth, and we'll get right into it. But other than that, it's 3 o'clock. I've been online for about an hour. I'm not going to have a 3-hour marathon. I love you guys. Thank you for chiming in. Let me know what you truly believe. Unfortunately, I predict the loss. But I'm going to lean out with hope that the Raiders can end up 2-3 going into the bye. And if we do, we're good. But unfortunately, I think we might end up 1-4 into the bye. But I do know after the bye, as long as we have a good game, even if we lose at the end, we have another good solid game where we're right there at the end like we were in all of the games so far. I believe the Raiders are going to win more towards the end than lose. All right, Nikhil's giving out a Raiders lose 42-30. You have a good one as well. Nice to see you always, Mikey. Take care. Have another great day. I'm about to watch your cooking videos, Mikey. I appreciate it. I'm about to watch Monday Night Football. Then after that, I'm going to get on the webcams, probably masturbate to a webcam model on Chatterbait, and have a good day. All right, I want to thank everybody for being online. I'll see you hopefully in a video soon. Hit the bell for notifications when I go live. Or hopefully I'll have a Raider roundtable this Friday or Saturday or another Raider football talk. I love you guys. Stay clean and pure. Take care of your family. God bless you. Go Raiders. Let's start the positivity. Raiders win. A big one versus the Chefs.